Hey there, how are ya? Hey, hi, how are ya? It's Stephanie Stallworth, ATL Traffic Lady. Welcome to HowWeFlow.Today-TV, our Wednesday edition, February 21st, 2024. How's it going for ya? What's happening? How is your day? Praying and believing all is mighty fine and well for you as it is here for moi. And hey, hi, how are you? We're just here for yet another blessed day and being thankful to God for bringing us to this space. Thankful and thankful and thankful again. I must say. We're in the midweek and we're what? Are we in? We're in the third week of February already. Won't be long before we're in March. What have you done this year? Have you achieved anything you wanted to achieve this year? You know, people set those resolutions at the beginning of the year, like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And, you know, we're in the Lenten season and you've given up things for Lent. How's that going for you? Hopefully well. And you stay, you know, keep yourself near the cross and keep that Lenten thing going, the fast going for yourself. All right. All right. So we're going to talk about a few things real quick today. I got so much else I got to do also. So let me come and talk to my How We Flow Out Today community, and then I'll go do the other stuff. This is much more fun. It's time to move forward in your life's purpose. It's time to move forward in your life's purpose. Have you been thinking about that? I need to move forward. I've been kind of stuck in a stagnant space, right? One of my students was talking about being in a stuck energy last night in one of her informative speeches, talking about people who are in a stuck energy. I'm like, yeah, it's a good thing to think about, being in a stuck energy. I was saying, I'm in a slump. Well, I'm not in a slump anymore. Thanks be unto God, because I know where that slump energy came from. I send that right back to where it came from. Let you be in a slump. No, I'm just kidding. So I'm not really kidding, but I'm kidding. But anyway, I'm not in a slump. That was imposed. That was an imposed slump that I will no longer receive. So don't you receive your slump either, by golly. It's time to move forward in your life's purpose. I have a great resource today. It talks about the magic of starting over. The magic of starting over. So we're going to talk about that today. How we flow out today community. First, love, hugs, pats, heart, all that stuff. And hey, what is going on with you this week? I just want you to know you're loved, you're cared for. God is blessing you. He's keeping you. And I'm just believing his best for you up ahead here. Okay. So as we finish out the rest of this month, what's it, the 21st? It's already the 21st. So, well, we have 29 days. So we only have 8 days left. 8 days left to do something strong in this month. So I don't know what you want to do, but do something strong in this month. Like end the month on a strong note. So you head into March, you know, with a lot of impact and power in your own personal life. So let's think about how we can do that. But again, time to move forward in your life's purpose. What is your life's purpose? Do you even know what your life's purpose is? What did God put you on this earth for? What do you have for you here to do? We might be doing our purpose, or maybe doing part of our purpose, doing a portion of our purpose, yet still our foot is somewhere else still. So, you know, we're all in different spaces and places, and we just start right where we are. No one's behind. Start right where you are. Start right where you are today. So we're talking about the magic of starting over. The magic of starting over. That's why How We Flow Out Today resource. You can join our community, How We Flow Out Today. It's our community centered upon self-care, wellness, the art of well-being, even personal development, living your best life, crafting and curating the life that you dream of so that you don't have to take a vacation from your life, right? So connect with us online. You see it scrolling on the bottom of the screen as you learn more about today's topic, the magic of starting over. Follow us on Instagram at HowWeFlow.Today. You can follow me on Instagram also at AtlTrafficLady, AtlTrafficLady. I'm the ATL Traffic Lady. I do traffic on the People Station V103 in Atlanta every morning. Also on Sports Radio 92.9 The Game, best sports radio in Atlanta. Also on News and Talk 1380 WAOK, and that is the voice of Atlanta, right? And also the new Star 94.1 Atlanta with Jen in the morning. So Jen Hobby. So definitely check me out if you're in Atlanta. If you're not in Atlanta, just download the Odyssey app or go to odyssey.com, AUDACY.com. And you can find our stations there, plus many other stations. It's one of the best streaming audio services out there. Okay. Odyssey, AUDACY, odyssey.com, or download Odyssey, the app. Even go to your thing, say, hey, Google, play Odyssey, or play, it used to be called radio.com, play radio.com, or play V103 Atlanta. And it'll say, playing V103 Atlanta, and then it'll come on. So anyway, you can do the same thing with the Flow. Yeah, my streaming service. Say, hey, hey Google, play the Flow or something like that. And the Flow, play the Flow app, and the Flow app will come up. So, yep, we have that same activation too, by golly. We're going all the way up in 2024. I want you to come with me, okay? Yeah, I need you. Where you been? How long is it going to be? I'm sending out the bat signal. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, I'm here to be a light to people. That's my purpose. One of them, anyway, to be a light to people. Spreading joy, love, beauty, unconditional love, helping people become their best selves. And that's my purpose here, right? And the purpose will be expanded into newer and different spaces. And it just keeps growing. Like you pop that pedal in the middle of the lake, and it just keeps, rippling out, the ripple effect, and so on and so on and so on. So that's what we're doing here with this community as well. So you tell two people, they'll tell two people, and so on and so on and so on. And our community will just grow and grow and grow. So, yeah. Oh, there's so much to look forward to. But, God is so good. He's so good to us. I'm just so grateful every single day. Every day. Is everything perfect with you, huh, Stephanie? No, everything's not perfect. But it's just all in how you look at it. I mean, if he woke you up this morning, I'm here in my right mind pretty much, right? Thankfully. And I could sit here and chit chat with you. Internet's still on. The lights are still on. So I could talk to you. You can hear me. Your stuff is on. Your phone is on. So you can watch this, whatever, right? So every little blessing is a big blessing. And there's no such thing as a small blessing. So even involuntary things that just keep us alive, that are keeping us alive, we don't have to even think about. It's involuntary. And it just, he lets it happen. That's how he designed us. So I'm grateful for every eensy weensy thing, right? The eensy weensy spider. Song, eensy weensy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the eensy weensy spider, he's called itsy bitsy spider too, ran up the spout again. Guess what? Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. So we're going to focus on the sun that dries up all the rain in your life as we talk about the magic of starting over. But you know what? I'm here to be the light to people. I want you to be the same. And I want you to know your worth. Do you know your worth? Do you even know who you are? I got to ask you sometimes. Seems like you don't even know who you are. You don't know that you're a big deal? You're a big deal. Come on now. God created you to be so amazing, and you are, but I don't know if you really see the fullness thereof, right? It's like, do you even know who you are? Can you even see yourself? Like, wow, right? And so if you see yourself, you gotta say, well, why are you still cavorting with people that aren't matching up with your purpose and stuff? Because you might not see yourself fully where you really are. But you know what? You're above all of that type of energy and existence. And, you got to start thinking your legacy, okay? So what is your legacy? What are you leaving here when it's all said and done? What's going to be written about you, right? If you're just our average everyday citizen, like most of us, you Google yourself, you won't see much. But if you're someone who is a public figure more so, you Google yourself, you'll see all kinds of things. And even though you're doing good work in what you do, some of the other stuff is part of your legacy too. And that's your legacy, I always say, with the asterisks, like in sports records. I should have looked up one that actually has an asterisk. But let's say they won the champion, except with the asterisk, You put a little note to the side of it, except for so and so and such and such. So it's not a true championship, but it's sort of a championship, right? So it's not a true, wonderful, amazing legacy. It's just sort of an amazing legacy plus this other part that's not so good, right? You don't want the side note, the asterisk next to your name, next to your legacy. And sometimes we have an asterisk because we make choices that are choices that we make. Good, bad, and different, just choices, right? So as we begin to recognize how the legacy is set up, and there's so much great about it, and do you even know who you really are in all areas of your life? I want you to move forward with purpose and with a intentional mindset in how you operate and conduct yourselves, right? So just be thinking about, do you even know who you really are? Like, God created us all to be masterpieces, right? So, and we are that, but we got to also see ourselves as that. And so your professional life might be one thing and your personal life would be a whole wreck, or your personal life be amazing, your professional life be a whole wreck. But how about they're not both whole wrecks? How about they're both whole successes, personal and professionally successful, right? So let's aim for that. Okay, we're crafting and curating the life that we want. And so, I mean, you might want things that are that are not in the wonderful space of your personal life, but prayerfully you want the best thing, like what God really created you for. So, and in your professional life, same. Maybe you weren't so motivated to do stuff professionally. And you're like, wow, I lived all these years. Maybe there's something I need to do to leave my mark. What am I going to do? So whether it's personally, professionally, whatever resonates with you, just think about how we can improve on our own situation here. Even if I've been working really hard. I was thinking, how many years have I been being a single divorced parent? And I'm thinking like since 2008, 2009 probably. So that's what, 15 years from not bringing back up from nothing to something. That's a lot of long, hard struggle. Like, oh my gosh, no wonder I'm so overwhelmed sometimes, because I'm carrying they're grown people now, but 3 whole human lives on my back. And coming from having nothing, we left their marriage with nothing. And so it's like, wow, keep going. And every round goes higher and higher and we get better and better. But, the more money you make, the more expensive there are, because that's just how it goes sometimes. So just to get to a certain existence, you want your kids to go to good schools and live in a good neighborhood where they have, best opportunities and resources available, if possible. And if not the best, but close to the best, right? So, it's been a lot of long years of working hard and trying to keep up with all this. I feel like I'm just running for my life all the time, running for my life, even to now, running for my life. My kids are almost 20, 23, and 24. And I'm running for my life. So I said 15 years since they was 10, 9, and 8, 7, 6, 5 since they were little. And they've grown up to be wonderful young men. I'm very proud of them. I'm grateful to God for leading the way on that, and supportive family and friends and all of that. But it's a hard thing. And if I was just some single woman, single grown up woman, no kids, no husband, and just like, hey, I got all my discretionary extra income to, all my stuff is taken care of. And then I got extra money to do this and do that. I'm gonna go get my hair done, my nails, get me some clothes, do, all of that, makeup, blah, blah, blah. I would just be like chilling, but I'm not chilling. I'm working my bohunks off to make it happen. And I'm running a business. I'm starting a media empire. So it's like, all right, Steph, we're thinking about what our legacy is and what are we going to be leaving here and moving forward into my purpose. And I'm doing that, and here to be a light to people, but I got to be a light to myself too. And there's the magic of starting over. Magic of starting over is what we're talking about today. I've had to start over many times. And it was not just like, hey, it's just me. Like if it was me, married, got a divorce, no kids, and I'm just on my own, don't have to worry about anybody. No other life is depending on me. Nobody is depending on me. I don't have to provide anything for anybody except myself. That's a whole different existence. So yeah, I'd be all dolled up and this and that and whatever, and walking in my purpose without being worn out, tired, working a couple of gigs and trying to run the business and grow that and keeping the kids on track and making sure everybody's doing what they got to do and paying for college, all of the things, all of the things. I have 3 whole lives that have been dependent on me, and you know, it's just. I just was thinking about that yesterday. I was like, how many years has it been? Because I'm realizing this year will be 10 years back here in Atlanta. It's my second time in Atlanta. I was in Atlanta 2000 to 2002. I worked as a radio broadcast meteorologist at the Weather Channel for a couple of years. But they were just babies. I had one under one when I moved here. And then I had my second child a couple of months after I arrived. So I came down here 6 months pregnant, I guess, in July, August, September, October. Yep. I came here 6 months pregnant. And I had November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. And I had an 8-month-old. They're 11 months apart. I had an 8-month-old baby, and I was pregnant 6 months pregnant. And then 3 months later, I had 2 kids under 1. And that's a whole job, right? I was married then, but it was still tough. It was still tough, right? So I always wanted to move back here. I was like, all right, when the time is right, the Lord will make it happen. And so the time became right, and we moved back here in 2014. And it's just been, there's been some struggle times. There's still struggle times to this day, but it's been a steady progression. God's been faithful, steady progression of growth in my children's lives, in career, in my personal life, and everything. And it's really been great. So the only thing I'm missing now is my kingdom spouse. It's just me and the kiddos here. And, I need some adult company, by golly. I've been divorced since 2011? Good grief. That's a long time. So, hey, look, I'm running out of time, man. I got to catch me up with somebody. Somebody got to catch up with me because, I can't be just sitting out here like that. But anyway, I digress. So we're on to the magic of starting over. So if you're thinking about how can I start some things over, I want you to know your worth. Know your worth. Know your worth. You don't have to, if you know your worth, you don't put up with people's abusive treatment. You don't put up with a bunch of foolishness that they put out to you or any kind of treatment they want to give you. You don't put up with that if you know your worth. So you walk away from that energy because you don't have to put up with that. You know your worth. And if people don't want to recognize your worth, then that's on them. But again, their opinion of you is none of your business. But your opinion of you is everything. God's opinion of you is everything, right? So who wants to live in a bunch of turmoil with a bunch of people that have a bunch of negative things to say or, want to keep you in, low level living and not allow you to grow? Know yourself, know your worth. Know what you will and will not put up with, right? People treating you like you're nothing or, remind yourself, I can and I will do better. And you will. You can. Your absence will show them that you know your worth. You don't have to be treated like that and you're not going to stand for it. So, you brought people joy, you brought people peace and happiness, and maybe raise a little heck sometimes. Everybody does that sometimes. But overall, your overall true, honest self, not your facade of yourself, is someone who is kind and sensitive, right? And maybe you have to put up a shell because of how people treated you and they try to take advantage of you. But again, know your worth, and you won't put up with that abuse, foolishness, crazy turmoil, and terrible stuff. But continue to bring the joy, peace, and happiness that's within you, right? And the thing is, just because you're so nice, you do things for people and all that stuff, doesn't mean you don't know your worth. Don't stick around and stay miserable. Move yourself on before you get swallowed up in that hole of misery and evil treatment, right? No one has to put up with that, right? So, so true. God created you for more than this. Whatever we're in, He's created us for more than what we're in right now. Even if it's kind of good. He created us for greatness, not goodness. And not just hanging on this. So know your worth, and let's go level all the way up. This is it, all the way up in 2024. This is what we are doing. This is what we're doing. And so I'm just praying for you receive godly wisdom, godly judgment. I want God to infuse his godly direction to you and godly clarity. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Have clarity about what he really wants for us, for you, for me, for all of us, right? And that's how we're going to move here as we finish out the last 8 days of February 2024. So we talked about our ability to do what now? Start over. So you might be at the place where you're done, you're ready to level up and all of that, but you're like, I'm kind of still stuck in my space. I don't really know how to start over. I'm a little nervous about it. It's a little nerve-wracking. I'm a little scared, and I don't quite exactly know how to do it and how to let go of the other stuff. So that's what I'm here to help you with today about the magic of starting over. It's going to be the ultimate guide for those who want to break the chains of their past mistakes and build a bright future. We've all made mistakes in the past. I say, make good choices. My niece tell her kids, make good choices. I was thinking about that today. I was like, make good choices. I'm going to say, make the best choices you can make. Not just make choices, because that's any choice. Make good choices. That makes you lean towards the good choice side. Make the best choices. Make the best choices you can make. And that'll take you up a little faster, right? So you want to break the chains of your past mistakes, my past mistakes, and build that bright future. So it's like, how do we break those chains? How do we break those chains into pieces? We want to break those chains down. It's like, what's that cat? Jinxie from Pixie. What's it called? Pixie and Dixie cartoon. I think it's a Hanna-Barbera cartoon back in the day, the 70s and 80s. And Jinx said, I hate those Mises to pieces. And it was Pixie and Dixie, little mice that will keep him running all the time. But I hate those Mises to pieces. So we want to hate these chains that are here, the chains of our past mistakes, to pieces. And we want to just destroy them, crush them, break free of those chains, okay? And that's what we're here for. The magic of starting over. It's a guide to help you and me who want to break the chains of our past mistakes and build a bright future. And the blueprint here on this one is going to help you bounce back from past failures and start over. The magic of starting over. So the rest of your life can be the best of your life, right? So we're crafting and curating our best life. And not just our best life. I always say our best life ever, right? We might already have a best life. It's our best life ever thus far, right? And this keeps going on from there. So there's a lot of research in the guide that's going to teach you everything you need to know about letting go of your past mistakes and rewriting the script. You do know that you control the pen and the script of your life. You can write people in or write people out as you choose. Write situations in, write situations out as you choose. You're holding the pen. I'm holding the pen in my life, in the script of my life. So that's what we got to remind ourselves. Rewrite the script of your life. So here's some of the things you're going to discover in this life transforming program called The Magic of Starting Over. You're going to learn 3 extremely important truths that you need to know about the past in order to overcome it. There's 3 very important truths about the past that you're going to need to know in order to overcome your past. You're also going to learn something called the locus of control, the internal locus of control. The internal locus of control trick. And that's guaranteed to put you in the driver's seat of your life. Have you heard of that? The internal locus of control. Internal locus of control is something described as letting you know that your internal locus of control means that your control comes from within. You have personal control over your own behavior. This is loosely based, but go ahead and look that up. Locus, L-O-C-U-S, of control. Internal locus of control. Internal locus control. You have personal control of your own behavior. And when you have internal locus of control, you believe within yourself that you have personal agency and power over your life and over your own actions. And because of this, people tend to have more self-efficacy. So think about the internal locus of control. So if you think if there's an internal, then there's an external. So if you have an internal locus of control, generally they say you believe that events are contingent upon their own actions. By contrast, if you have external locus of control, by your own actions, I should say, external locus of control generally perceive events to be the result of luck, chance, or fate, or under the control of powerful others. So let's think about our internal locus of control. That's one of the things you're going to discover in this program, The Magic of Starting Over. You'll learn the internal locus of control trick that's guaranteed to put you in the driver's seat of your life. You're going to be back to writing the own script of your own script of your own life. That'll be really great. Another little known secret you're going to learn is just rewriting the script of your life in general. You'll also learn 9 dangers of getting stuck in the past. Oh, sometimes you get stuck in the past. I talk about that, the Langoliers, right? That movie, The Langoliers. I hope you guys looked it up. The Langoliers. I don't know where it's playing. Probably streaming somewhere. 9 dangers of getting stuck in the past, plus how to avoid doing that and avoid those 9 dangers. Another thing you're going to discover in The Magic of Starting Over is you're going to discover the only reason why you should remember your past. The only reason why you should remember your past. You're also going to learn why clinging to the past is the worst way for you to prepare for the future. If you find yourself holding tight to the, I'm holding on to the mic, holding tight to the past. I'm hanging on to the mic. If you find yourself hanging on to the past, we're going to help you figure out the only reason why you should remember your past and not be hanging on to it, clinging to the past. That's the worst way to prepare for your future. Also, you will also discover how to make the rest of your life. We said this is the best part of your life, even if you've made terrible mistakes in the past. I mean, terrible. Who said that? Charles Barkley. Terrible. You made terrible mistakes in the past. We've all made mistakes that we were like, oh my gosh, I regret that so much. I can't even believe I did this or whatever, right? And, this is going to help you to, even if you made terrible mistakes in the past, to still make the rest of your life the best part of your life thus far, okay? We'll also discover how to take advantage of mistakes that you did make in the past. Let's turn those mistakes into something that we can build upon. I have a ridiculously simple way to build your confidence after a devastating setback. And we've all had a devastating setback, or 2 or 5 or 10, depending on how old you are, right? We get more. It happens. And so how do we build our confidence back? Because, you lose your self-confidence in that. You're like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. I really want to, but I don't know. Ugh. What if they say no? What if they reject? What if I can't do it, right? So a simple way to build your self-confidence, you'll learn that, as well as 5 surprising benefits of forging ahead with life after a horrible mistake. There are benefits to just pressing forward. If you press pause and you just stay there, right? Or like you press repeat or replay on a song or loop or whatever. It just keeps going again and again and again. It's around and around, and you never leave that space. Again and again and again, like, can I please leave this space? Somebody press stop and eject and get me out of this thing. So 5 surprising benefits of forging ahead with life after a horrible mistake. Don't just sit and spin. We talked about sitting and spinning. Remember that kid's toy? Sit and spin, sit and spin. The kid just sits there and use their arm strength, upper body strength to move them in a circle on this little circle saucer thing. Sit and spin. Look up sit and spin. It was a little toy back in the day. I think they still have it. So how to forge ahead. 5 benefits of forging ahead after a horrible mistake. So forge ahead with your life. Again, it's called The Magic of Starting Over. It's really a life-changing blueprint. Give you the secret to moving on from past mistakes and getting that fresh start. So just imagine, let's imagine. Imagine letting go of past mistakes and experiences that haunt you every day. I want you to be thinking in your mind, what's the mistake that you made recently that haunts your mind? Think for a moment. What is the biggest thing that haunts your mind as a mistake? I can't believe I did that. Think for a minute. And then use your imagination. Imagine letting go of that or those mistakes or that experience and those experiences that haunt you every day. What hounds you every single day? You're ready to move on and do something, but something hounds you every day that you just can't let go of it. Imagine being free of guilt, free of the guilt, free of the blame, free of the shame, free of the R word, regret, that prevent you from reinventing yourself and having a bright future. Imagine being free. With Kirk Franklin, imagine me being free, trusting you totally, finally, right? Imagine me. Let's put the Kirk Franklin Imagine Me song in your head. Imagine me being free of the guilt, of the blame, of the shame, of the regret from past mistakes that prevent me from reinventing myself and prevent me from having a bright future because I stay stuck. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Do you think that'd be life changing? I think it would be life changing. We all have something that we could let go of. Some of us have more than others, and we just work on one or two at a time and just work our way out of that space, right? So, again, it's not going to be something you cannot do. You can absolutely do it. So, if you could let go of past mistakes and experiences that haunt you every day, if you could be free of guilt, the blame, the shame, the regret that prevent you from reinventing yourself and having a bright future, that would be a wonderful thing and a life-changing thing. And it would give you the opportunity to start loving yourself again, because you got to start with self-love. Can't love anybody else unless you love yourself. So it'll give you the opportunity to start loving yourself again. It would also give the opportunity to improve your self-esteem. We all need a little self-esteem boost sometimes, especially if you got negative people telling you negative stuff in your head all the time, right? And especially if you have your own self telling yourself negative stuff about yourself. I always say, how do you talk to yourself about yourself, right? So to improve your self-esteem, this will give you the opportunity to do that. The magic is starting over. Also, it will give you the opportunity to stop obsessing over what if this and what could have been. Oh, if I only would have done so and so could have been. What if this and what if I did that and what if they did this and what if they said that? Stop obsessing over that. Let's just move into this thing. Start working towards a fresh start and a successful future. Yes, let's claim successful future. Praise God for the successful future. Like it's already here. That's where it starts. You got to believe it. So, yet, I got to say, even when you know about the benefits of letting go and starting over, it's still a very difficult process, but it's not an impossible process. It's just difficult. But we've done hard things before, have you? We've all done hard things before. Doesn't mean you like it. Doesn't mean you're enjoying the process, but it means you can do it. And tell yourself, I can do this thing. I got this. I can do it. It's going to be hard, but I'm strong for that. I can handle that. I've done hard things before. I did it before. I do it again. And with God on my side, I'm definitely going to win, right? So it's still difficult, but you can still do it. You know, I've been saying this, thoughts like, oh, I can't believe I did that, or I hate myself. Those could invade our minds constantly, pulling us back to square one of where we started. And we just don't make the progress we want. And because you know the past weighs heavily on your conscience, it keeps you stuck in that never-ending cycle of pity parties. Oh, never mind. Gosh, I really love it if I could do that with my life and move on to this and move on to that and the great things God has for me. But, oh, I don't know. I hate myself for doing those things. I can't believe I did that. No one's ever going to look at me like, in a better way. Those same cycle. I'm just spinning my finger around and around. If I was on the video, you see me just going around and around like an endless wheel, endless cycle of these pity parties. And we all have been guilty of that at some point. So we're going to keep ourselves from not being stuck in that never-ending cycle of pity parties. So, but the past does weigh heavily on our consciences, right? Could keep us stuck there. Soon, the time that you waste being stuck in the past also becomes something else that you feel ashamed of. Has anyone ever had that? Oh my gosh, I have wasted so much time. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and I still haven't done what I wanted to do. I have that happen for my own self. Like there's things I want to have done by now and I haven't done. And then I'm like, how come I haven't done that? And you begin to feel ashamed of the fact that you haven't done anything with it, right? And so this just keeps going and going and going and it just tries to weigh heavily on you. But the truth is, it is difficult to let go of past events, especially when they're painful or when they are traumatic. And a lot of times we have those types of past events. However, just know it's not impossible to move on from the past and get your pen out and rewrite the script of your life. All right. So it's not impossible. I know it's hard and we feel a little stuck, but God said, there's more that I require of thee. Will your heart and soul say yes? Come on, Shekinah glory. Yes. Say yes. Why do you need to master the art of starting over? Stephanie, why do I need to master the art of starting over? Well, you know, if you got to think about it, sometimes, and maybe even we'll say sadly, a lot of the advice out there about moving on from the past is really not enough. It's a little inadequate in sometimes. Friends, family, even some experts might tell you, oh, just let it go or just snap out of it. You can do this. I probably said that here a time or two also. Just snap out of it, flip the switch, right? But we all know it's not that simple. For some people, it could be simple. Other people, it could take a lot more. And what that leads to when people say, oh, just snap out of it, just let it go. Why are you still thinking about that? It leads to more failure, more shame, more blame, and you feel worse and worse. And what you might not know is that there are little known techniques and practices that will accelerate the process of letting go. And the good thing, they're very easy to master and to apply. So that's why you need to master the art of starting over. You can start applying them now and start seeing the chains of the past breaking into pieces. I hate those Mises to pieces. So we're going to break the chains of our past into pieces like Pixie and Dixie and Jinxie. So rewrite the script of your life. You're going to learn to move on from your past mistakes and failures, get a new lease on life. Who doesn't want that? And for many years, same deal for me. I wanted a new lease on life. Had a lot of things, made poor choices and not great decisions. Might have hurt myself, family, or friends with some behaviors and things I was thinking and or doing. And we all have that at some point or another, right? So it's like maybe you wasted opportunity to improve your life, to improve your career, or to improve relationship. You had a lot of opportunities, a lot of chances to get a better deal going with your friends, family, relationships, career, just your life in general. And you wasted those opportunities, you feel like. So, you're not the only one. But the deal is that you could clean up your act and repair your relationship with your family and friends. And even if you do that, sometimes and often, I'll even say, you worked on the family, friends, and the relationships, and you're like, hey, everybody's ready to move forward. But your past actions could still haunt you. And that still keeps you stuck, right? You might cringe when you remember your past and your past mistakes. And the past mistakes might not have been very long ago. It could have been yesterday. Could have been today. Could have been last month, last year, whatever. But you cringe like, oh my gosh, I cringe when I remember that. I feel like a horrible person for doing that. I don't deserve to be happy or successful because I've done that. And then your self-esteem starts getting shredded into pieces, to pieces, and you have no motivation to grow. You're just like, forget it. I'm just going to be just doing what I'm doing. I'm cool. That would be nice, but it ain't happening for me, And so no motivation to grow and be better. You're like, am I just doomed to relive my shameful and painful past forever, again and again, sitting and spinning that cycle, endless cycle? Makes you wonder, right? So when you start studying some of these things here in the art of starting over and how to start over and rewrite the script of your life, you'll hear about people who overcome painful past, gone on to lead happy and fulfilling lives. And that can be you, that can be me, that can be we, right? So also scientists and experts and folks have things to say about moving on with life after mistakes or after trauma. And when you begin to apply some of the techniques and the principles and the processes here, your life will start to change for the better. You'll be able to immediately control the negative thoughts and memories that keep you anchored to the past. That's a good thing to start with. Your self-esteem will start to skyrocket and your mood will improve. Imagine that. I'd like to be feeling better. I'm in the mood. I want to be in the mood, by golly. I want my mood to improve. I learned how to reframe my past mistakes, and you can too, and reframe them into learning opportunities. I always talk about that. I say it's not a loss, it's a lesson. Make it a learning opportunity. Last night took an L, but tonight I bounced back, right? I didn't take a loss. I took a lesson, and now tonight I'm bouncing back. Change and reframe my past mistakes into learning opportunities. Who doesn't like opportunities? Opportunity is knocking. Your relationship with your friends and family will be restored. And best of all, you'll start working on creating a wonderful future for yourself. I'll create a wonderful future for myself, and we'll create a wonderful future for ourselves. And today, again, this is what can change your life. The secrets, techniques, processes will guide you on how to stop dwelling on the past and move on, move forward with your life. You'll have start having positive outlook on your life and start rebuilding your life. Isn't it time for that? It's time for you to bounce back. Tonight, I bounce back from the past and step into your bright God ordained future. Yes. Yes, for the God ordained bright future. The secret from moving on from the past, the magic of starting over, how to move past failures and embrace your brighter future. So, again, this is a great guide for anyone who wants to break the chains, those pieces, chains of their past mistakes and build a bright future. It's even going to help you bounce back again from past failures. Start over. So the rest of your life can be what? The best of your life. That's right. So we're going to start doing that here pretty soon. How we float out today. Community, you're going to follow the steps in that guide and you'll start noticing changes immediately, even right away. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Don't be held hostage by your past mistakes. We don't negotiate with terrorists on our lives. So you're not going to be held hostage by your own past mistakes or by anyone holding a mistake over your life. You'll never progress in life that way. You want to have a fresh start, a great future? I do. Raise your hand if you do. Come on, everybody. We're an interactive community here. If you want to have a fresh start and a great future, raise your hand or say, I do. I do. Then you owe it to yourself and to everyone around you to learn the simple but powerful steps taught in the magic of starting over. So I'm just going to go over a few things that you're going to learn in this life-changing guide that I'll provide for you here as a resource and for the HowWeFlow.Today community. You're going to discover three really extremely important truths that you need to know about the past in order to overcome it. Three important truths that you'll need to know about the past. Truths about the past. The truth of the past is sometimes the hurtful part, right? We could gloss over the past, but you got to look at the truth about the past. Three extremely important truths that you need to know about the past in order to overcome it. All right. So we're going to be looking at some things. You got to look right at. My mom used to say, you got to look right at it, Stephanie. Look right at it. It's the only way you can deal with something. You got to look right at it. So we will discover three extremely important truths that you need to know about the past in order to overcome it. Again, we talked about discovering the internal locus of control trick that's guaranteed to put you in the driver's seat of your life, that you are in control of your life. You got the pen to write your own life story. You'll also discover the little known secret to rewriting the script of your life. You'll learn the 9 dangers of getting stuck in the past, plus how to avoid those dangers. The only reason you should remember your past is what you'll also learn. And why clinging to the past is the worst way for you to prepare for the future. You'll learn how to make the rest of your life the what? Best of your life, even if you made terrible mistakes in the past. Some people think it's just not possible to have a best life after making some really awful mistakes, but that is just simply not true. I'm here to tell you it's not true. All right? Believe in yourself that you can do this. You'll also discover how to take advantage of the mistakes that you did make in the past. So we're going to look right at them, and we're going to take advantage of those mistakes. Turn them into some learning opportunities, right? Also, it's a ridiculously simple way to build your confidence after a devastating setback. If you had a devastating setback, we've all had at least one. You may have had one yesterday or last week. Maybe you had a Valentine's setback. Devastating. Someone sent you that Pizza Hut pizza, the breakup pizza. And you're like, what? You sent me a pizza to break up with me? I don't know if they're still selling those, but I don't know. I wonder how well they sold. I'm going to look up and see what they had any statistics on how well they sold the Pizza Hut breakup pizza. But that's a devastating setback. Well, you knew I like pepperoni. That's the only good part. But other than that, I can't believe you did it. You'll also discover 5 surprising benefits. I'm joking, but we're doing serious topics, but you got to add a little levity here. I am going to tell you 5 surprising benefits of forging ahead with life after a horrible mistake. We'll talk about 6 rich, famous, and powerful people who've overcome rough paths and what you can learn from them. So we're not the only ones. Remember that. How to overcome that negative self-talk and build a strong, hold your muscles up, strong self-esteem, right? And the number one thing that will determine how far you can go in life, you'll discover that. Are you struggling to control your monkey mind? We'll learn about what the monkey mind is and some tips there. And also the surprising reason why being realistic, quote unquote, leads to low self-esteem and poor performance. Be realistic. Quote unquote, realistic could lead to low self-esteem and poor performance at times. We'll discover about reason behind that, which could be surprising. You'll also discover 6 highly effective strategies for rebuilding your life and creating a bright future, and how to restore your self-esteem after it's been shattered in a traumatic event. Has your self-esteem ever been shattered by a traumatic event? It does happen, And when that happens, we think we're the only one. I'm just here to tell you you're never the only one. And we're in a community to get to come together and work on these things as best we can, okay? And then if you need to go, of course, to your professional therapist or anyone, please do that also. Whatever it takes. But just believe and know and understand that all of this is still possible for you. It's never too late. You can learn all of those things plus many more powerful practices and techniques. All right, all right, all right. So, Stephanie, why do I need this? Is the question we always ask. I always ask, like I'm you. Stephanie, why do I need this? Who is this really for? Well, the whole starting over, the magic of starting over is ultimate guide for those who want to A, let go of their past guilt, regret, and shame. Is that anybody? B, improve your self-esteem. Put your hand up each time, or maybe a finger up each time. 3, make new beginnings. I do. 4, achieve their goals and see their dreams come true. That's me. That's 4. 5, create healthy relationships. Yes, I'd like to do that. I'm on 5 for 5. 6, have great mental health. Absolutely. I'm on 6 for 6. 7, be highly motivated. Abso-doggone-lutely. That's 7 for 7. I want to be motivated and a motivator, right? 8, you want to reduce stress and anxiety for sure. And 9, do you want to live a purpose-driven life? I'm 9 for 9. How about you? I hope you held up those fingers to count those up. So, this is what we're doing here. This is what we're doing in the magic of starting over resource for my HowWeFlow.Today community. I also have a guide this about 7 powerful ways to bounce back from failure. That's an additional thing in addition to the magic of starting over. So there's a lot of great things here for you, and it's going to help. It's going to help. The magic of starting over. I really, really, really need to start some things over. Do you? I hope we all have to start something over. Unless you're already at your completely best life ever. You might be. You'd be a little ahead of me. And that's good. I'll follow in your footsteps. So here we are in the joy and the beauty of the magic of starting over, the ultimate guide for those who want to break the chains of their past mistakes and build a bright future. All right. So that is something that I have for my HowWeFlow.Today community. You'll see that soon coming up in the community page here on the magic of starting over. The magic of starting over. We talked about a couple of others out there recently. Let me see. Yesterday. Let me see what we talked about yesterday. All our troubles seem so far away. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm trying to find it here. I'm not half the girl I used to be. There's a shadow hanging over me. Yesterday came suddenly. Why he had to go, I don't know, he wouldn't say. I said something's wrong now. I long for yesterday. So, yesterday, what were we talking about? I got into the Beatles for a minute. Yesterday, what did we talk about yesterday? Yesterday's resource. Did I even download it here? Let me see. Yesterday. Yeah, so we had one yesterday. And I don't have that page up anymore. And then we had last Friday, we had the unconditional love. The unconditional love. So we had that going on as well. Let's see. So yesterday it was dun, 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 dun. Let me pull that video back up. Let's see. We talked about unconditional love. That was on Friday. And then rewriting your story. That was yesterday. And then here today, we are on more of same, right? So today we're talking about the magic of starting over, which does include parts of how to rewrite your story. So these are all kind of connected. I'll have them all up for you guys here in the HowWeFlow.Today community really soon, okay? All right. I'm praying for you. I love you so much. And I really can't wait to see you, to hear from you, to chat with you, to sit with you, and just, enjoy the magic of starting over. You know what I mean? Wouldn't that be great? That'd be the best thing ever. I love that. I would love that. So I'm praying for your godly wisdom, praying for godly instruction, praying for godly direction, praying for godly clarity. I'm praying for you knowing your worth and knowing what you will and will not put up with, and knowing that you can and will do and be better. All right. And give people your absence that give you a hard time. You don't have to be there. You don't have to bless them with your presence. It's unnecessary. Be where you are appreciated and loved and cared for. Okay, that's part of our own self care. It's part of what we do and how we flow out today. And we could spread some of that heaping love on the people who are in a negative energy, and maybe it'll catch on. But don't stay there. Go back to where you were, re-up on your positive energy, and then give them some more when the time comes. But if they don't want it, that's okay. They don't have to have it. One day they may want it later. They'll remember. They'll remember how you were one way and then you changed. Like, well, if they can change because they're just like I was. I mean, I'm just like they were. If it's possible for them, it's possible for me. And then one day they'll say, "How did you ever make that change? Because you're doing really great in life." And you'll say, "Hey, God showed me some new stuff, and this is what I'm doing. Let me help you." And then that's how our community grows, right? That's what we're doing here. It's How We Flow Today and HowWeFlow.Today-TV, the How We Flow.Today-TV network, launching for you soon on the Flow streaming service. So much to look forward to. So much love I have for you. I miss you so much. I really want to just sit and sit. Just sit. I don't have to even chat. Just sit and sit. I don't even have to chat. Sometimes you just want to sit, just be in the company of somebody. That's it. I just want to sit. With all the hustle, bustle, layers, and people, and places, and things, pretense, and red tape, and drama, and hoo ha. Just sit and just be at peace. That's what I really want. I crave that. So hopefully I'll get that someday soon. Praying that does happen. But again, it's time to move forward in your life's purpose. I'm here to be a light to people. I'm praying that you are as well. I believe so. And that you'll get back to doing that. All right. And then together, all our lights together will be the brightest light they've ever seen. Bright lights, bright lights. And we'll brighten up the world. Okay. It just starts right here in our community. Let's start with you and I, and then we'll share it to the world, okay? All right. That's all I have for you guys today. Love you so much. Love you. God bless you. I'm giving you hearts, hugs, and pats, and all of that, rocking back and forth. Hey, let's just sit. Can we just sit without all the hoopla? That would be so good. Just be at peace. Just breathe each other's air. It's enough for me. And hey, I'm looking forward to it whenever you're ready. Let's go for it, okay? All right. And so let's see. Is there anything I wanted to tell you? I think that's about it. We're at Wednesday. Enjoy your midweek. Oh, today was National Sticky Bun Day. Who makes the best sticky buns? I don't know. I start to think of the ones at IKEA. Those are cinnamon buns. They're not really sticky buns. Sticky buns are more like the ones that are like the pecan twirls, but the big ones, right? Big sticky buns, a big circular, looks like a swirl of a hurricane, circles, yeah, sticky bun. I'm gonna find me some sticky buns today. I don't feel like making any, so I'll have to go get some. But anyway, you guys, be safe, stay connected, stay prayed up, and stay starting over again and again and again. Start over again and again and again. If you fall down, start over again. Don't just stay down there. Come on back up. We're waiting for you. Okay, with open arms. Waiting for you with open arms. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. And yeah. Oh, and I sent or showed a note to somebody the other day. It's for somebody specific. I should have given it to you, but it was so much going on, and I didn't think about handing it to you. I meant to hand it to you. And I was like, oh, they're probably got too much going on. You might not keep it, or somebody might get it or whatever. So next time I see you, I'll give it to you. Okay. But yeah, you should read the rest, or just call me and I'll read the rest to you. But I don't have any way to reach you anymore. So you'll have to reach me. And if you've been trying to reach me, I haven't gotten any messages. So I don't know what's going on with that. So if you can figure that out, that would be amazeballs. Or if there's another contact number or something, I think I sent a message to your office today, I think. email to your office today. All right. All right. Anyway, love you all. God bless you all. Mwah. Can't wait to see you. Can't wait to see how great you use the magic of starting over resource and all the other amazing things that we have here in the How We Flow Today community. I'm so grateful, so thankful you joined here in the video time. And, write something in the comments. What do you want me to talk about? What kind of resources do you need? What kind of help do you need? I want to help you and help us all get ourselves to our best place ever and our best life ever. And even if it's not the best life ever yet, just a little bit better than we were before we started the conversation, right? So hopefully you're a little bit better now than you were before we started this video. And then if you play it again, you might even be a little bit better then. So that's my goal, here to be a light to people. And hopefully I'm a light to you. Love you so much. God bless you. Stay safe, stay connected. Thanks for joining my community, HowWeFlow.Today. Find us on IG at HowWeFlow.Today. That's period today. Or online at HowWeFlow.Today. Instead of .com, we're .today. All right, you guys, I'm going to get on with the rest of my day. .today, the rest of my .today. And I love you so much. Contact me, okay? I can't wait to talk to you or just sit with you. All right. Love you. Take care. See ya. HowWeFlow.Today.